Welcome back to Bazaar. I'm Inko. Let's get into another pig run. As always with pig, we'll be gambling on the enchanted start, hoping for something crazy and broken. Shiny ring kings, huh? I honestly don't know if that is better than double shield. I love shiny ring kings as an item, but I don't know, man. 4x shield is some kind of scaling when 28 hours is one of the strongest things this character can do. Obviously, I expect to have a slightly better early game with shiny ring kings, though. Yeah, I can't say no to it. It's just so much better in the first couple of days if I don't find shield scaling. Middle, give me the shield scaling to make me feel like an idiot. Day one silk, huh? Fine. I'm not stubborn enough to say no to it. Lumbors are incredible. Are weights just good enough with Lumbors rankings? I've got a day one silk and there's a safe right there, though. Yeah, fine. And bring the Lumbors in. Excuse me? Bring the Lumbors in. How dare you? I think I'm probably going silk in the late game, having gotten it that early. Let's go after Komodo for that exact reason. Obviously, we prefer to get the silk scarf here, but maybe we get the scrap, and that's still good enough, I guess. But for day one, shiny ring kings plus Lumbors is very, very solid. Can't really expect better than that. I would go so far as to say we're probably favored just with this. Although I would like to have 3 actual items on the board to go along with it, and we're kind of out of money presently, so that's not great. We can sell the safe. I would just prefer not to is the thing. Nothing for the tiny furry monster. I don't mind taking a sharpening stone for the ring kings. 3x multicast is a lot, and let's see what Pip gives us as a direction. I didn't want to go to effectively expensive Andy on Midsworth there. I guess I'm rolling then. Is there any way around the roll that makes sense? Because the shielding skill is awful. Weapon crit's not very good. I've got to roll, I think. Weapon crit's not terrible, and I'm so broke that it meaningfully affects my ability to fill out the board. Well, we're not going to go to Curio there. Obviously, a knee brace would be a great way to fill out the board, but +2 income is not something I can argue with. So, last hour of the day, we're definitely selling the sharpening stone and the scraps. I can sell the safe and get +24 shield. Yeah, fine. This obviously hurts my ability to benefit from a money tree tomorrow, and if I get a early silver silk, that's not going to be great, but it also meaningfully affects the likelihood of me winning today by surviving at some sort of shark claw thing. Toxic Fang, Turbo Catfish, Shark Claws, Life Preserver. That's just like a greatest hit of the most powerful early game stuff Vanessa has. I can't really imagine winning here. That is a board I thought I lost to before I saw the Life Preserver. Did we deal that little damage or kill him once? There's no way we killed him once, is there? He's got Life Preserver still, right? Yeah, okay.
Bravery without strength.
I'm kind of surprised how little damage the first two always do, but it is just these two items, so it makes sense. Yeah, unfortunately, just there's no way to get around Toxic Fang from Viper with a good enchanted start, with Shark Claws, with Life Preserver. Just, that's everything you could possibly need. I'm gonna go weapons. We have Lumbors on our board. It seems insane not to do this. This is a free weapon that's going to buff this. Flail fits with Lumbors, and I'm happy to roll. Those are very much not the weapons you want to see. For now, I'm just running this board with the flail. I'm not going to spend gold on the Jabali, and I don't have the money to justify doing that. I want to do better than that. Kina, help me out.
Discounts for peace.
Pig's Gem, you say? Piggles is scaling the silk. ATM is scaling my ring kings as well as giving me the income. Gonna sell this and roll. That's never hitting my board. I don't care about the gem. Piggy bank is 6 shield an hour. Okay, I'm gonna toss the truffles, toss this. Bring this in to charge just the gloves, I guess. And we're gonna buy the piggy bank. Is it good? No. There was an argument to trying to go for the robe instead, because I have the 3x multicast here, the 2x multicast there. The robe's pretty good at this point in the game. Yeah, there's just no way for me to pick up the robe, unfortunately. I'd have loved to buy it on page 1, but I don't have the cash to get it on page 2. Pretty sure we lose to Ventriloquist. Don't really need to fight that. And because we're super broke, that's an easy Covetous Thief. Grab's fine, but here you want the gold, you want the skill, you want the gold, you want the Shattered Cloak by far the most. Just put it on the gauntlets. Concealed Dagger will give me some amount of money. Grindstone's cash. Sharpening Stone's okay. Like, there's not really a miss on Covetous Thief if you desperately need money. the worst hit is probably the dagger. I'm not sure. Maybe it's Kenai. But regardless, it's always something at least moderately good here. Well, that is 9% crit, I guess. So hopefully it does something at some point. I think I have to go Andy. We're currently a build that would very much appreciate either upgrades to Ring Kings or a yo-yo. Bring the orange pickle down, buy the hatchet first. Sell the truffles, sell all of it back. And pick up the Ring Kings. Sadly, that is all of my cash, meaning that we're going to be using the silk here. That's fine. 0 gold, huh? Guess I'll take the loot item. Yeah, at least it makes the silk better. By a little bit. My build's very slow. I'm not even going to think too hard about some clicking vitality stuff. Bring this back down. Buff it up because I may as well. Am I beating another pig? Possibly. I'm not beating a showcase pig, obviously. But, well, there's the showcase. Okay, wait. The targets for his showcase are genuinely awful. I might be beating this, even though it is a day 2 silver showcase. What he's doing with that day 2 silver showcase is awful. Although, yeah, the timing for Lumbors compared to the Ring Kings is pretty measurable. Also, my Discord and not yours.
That was invigorating.
Yeah, silver showcase just doing too much work. Bronze Lumbors cannot compete, even though his targets for it are pretty awful. What can you do? And I probably win that if I'd gotten the robe, but I'd have to have sold the silk for that, and this is almost certainly a silk run. At this point, we haven't gotten much for the silk so far. Let's go to Herma, find the money tree, and change that. It's that easy. I think I have to sell the piggy bank here to get the money tree, which is really unfortunate. Because even if I don't sell the piggy bank, right, like I sell flail plus piggles instead, we're not going to have any money to invest into the money tree. So sure. Sell the piggy bank, grab the money tree, be on my way.
Don't make it weird.
Going to have to take a random medium item because I have literally no money. Boomerang's not bad. I don't know if I'll be able to win a fight with it. Brawl Street Challenger is always interesting because of his skill. He can open up weird freeze patterns, but with how much money I have in the silk, it's unlikely we go into freeze. We should be able to win with the boomerang on board regardless, and I'll go after Tempest Bravo. He's very slightly lower average gold, but I think 4 out of 7 to hit basically max gold is much better odds than what I'll see of hitting the actual average on the other fight. There's a word for this that's escaping me right now because it's too early in the morning for me. Regardless, we kill the guy, we get the good hit. Buff and a toss. Pick up the cutlass and be on our way. Attend an economic seminar, you say? I really can't say no. It's too much average income. Let's see what we hit. That's not actually terrible. I'll grab the ATM, toss it immediately, and pick up another 4 gold. So we make all the money back, we get 2 income. Actually, it's plus 2 gold. Right, we're upgrading something. It's got to be the silk, right? Oh, I leveled up. I was like, why do I have 2 spaces now? What did I do wrong? Anyway, silk's not the best right now. It's going to be the best eventually. Lumbors would have been the best upgrade right now. Oh, I didn't have room for the coin off the tree. I'm an idiot. I didn't realize I was going to level up. I was thinking about making room for the truffles, and I forgot about the room for the money tray. That's very, very bad. I don't think 80 health matters here compared to like some of the crazy hits I can find for scaling a silk. Sponsored apparel, huh? I don't think we're running sponsored apparel this game. I'm going to roll past that noise. Bunch of cool free stuff that's just really not for us. So, genuinely, the Pickles is doing so little that I think we do this. And I'm gonna have enough money tomorrow that I can put the truffles on the tray. Definitely would have preferred to have, you know, more value on the tree, just another 4 value and another 2 gold to my name, but oh well, here we are. This is not a good board for day 3. It's capable of winning, but it's gonna be a big ask for it to win.
Boring.
We're out to
That is a wide weapon board with rigged, huh? Ooh, I was not expecting proboscis. No trained, no Koos. It looks like he's broadly working with base value, so if I can survive the second hit of the shrimp, I might actually win. I don't think I'm gonna survive the second hit of the shrimp, I'm gonna be honest with you. That thing's already at 26 burn, 28 burn. So, yeah, the odds of me surviving this are basically 0. And the shield went through first, which is why I lived, but also it means the burn's ticking for full value. Oh, it also crit at 10%. I'm glad that we got to waste 20 seconds pretending the fight was winnable. Thanks. I think I was guaranteed dead, but maybe I actually stabilized on that crit because he had so little else going on with the board. I think it's got to be economic items with a silk, right? And a money tray. I can't say no to that.
Mr. Pygmalion.
Do I want to push for money tree? I mean, we can just go into money tree. It doesn't have to be silk. I skipped a curio at some point fairly early on while having a silk already. I think that's fine. I think I had like literally no gold when I skipped that curio. I think I just want to buy money tree cash register here. I would like to do more than that. I'll probably be skipping the next store with 4 gold anyway. So I can roll here. And if we see something like a safe or a briefcase, it's worth buying. Not so much if we see items like those, unfortunately. That's fine. What is our monster fight gonna be? I think we're just taking 80 health here. We can't really afford to do anything interesting. I'm gonna take 80 health. My build's very defensive and very bad. It's a Hellbilly. Does this beat Hellbilly? Like, very genuinely, does this actually beat Hellbilly? I think it does. I'm willing to lose and be wrong about it because I want the ticket. I want left-handed. I honestly don't even mind getting the Ganjo just because I have a shiny Ring King Gauntlet. I'm definitely at a point in the run where I'm like doubtful that the Ring Kings were better than Protectors. I don't know. I've got an income from them and I probably have lost all the fights anyway, right? It's hard to say. I haven't found anything to buff shield in the first place, so it's not as bad as I was thinking it was. And yeah, Lumbor's Ring Kings is actually just respectable damage on its own. The issue is just that it times out so badly that it's costing me huge amounts of damage in every monster fight. Or sorry, every PvP fight. It's not really a big deal in the monster fights. Whatevs. We're looking at extract, medkits, red pickle. The red pickle's a big deal. That is so much additional scaling. Let's go to Kina and not forget to actually sell something this time. We're never getting value from this. The only value from medkit will be on that. Shouldn't have done it just yet, unfortunately. There's no way for me to charge the Piggle and the scaling target, unfortunately. I guess right now this is the best version of the board, but I hate it to bits. Hopefully we can do better. Is 1 gold for 12 shield worth it? Probably. Let's roll. And another ATM, you say? I wonder if I should have kept it, sold the hatchet instead, actually. The pawn shop is never going to be a better econ item than the money tree, right? Right. Okay, I'm happy with all that. Silk is starting to get respectable, by the way. The base region's not very good. I'm going to roll here. Rightmost shield or rightmost damage? Tough choice.
Thanks for trusting me.
I was lying, by the way. It was not a tough choice. It does have unfortunate ramifications for my pickle positioning, but there's nothing I can do about that. Relax probably isn't going to win us the fight. I don't know. It might. I feel like there are very important small items in Andy. Fine.
You've just taken the first step toward good.
Not these. Well, premium pickles are at least not terrible. So I can sell that. Ooh, I need 4 inventory spaces for coins and pickles, don't I? This isn't very good at this point. I'm fine tossing the boomerang.
Tell everyone you got it.
So now I have 4 open inventory spots. That's pickles, coin. I need a 5th one for another coin. That's fine. This doesn't do anything anyway. I know my value scaling literally does nothing on this board, but it gives me space, and the hatchet wasn't doing anything anyway. I'm also willing to buy, sell both of these just for the plus value on Scarf. Okay. We have 5 spaces, tree, cash register, pickles. Sure. No value scaling matters, and that means that, like, putting this here doesn't matter. If anything, it could be worse because of a caltrop style effect. I can't think of what Mac would have on day 4. Or is it day 3? I think it's day 3. There's no way I have a gold money tree on day 3. Yeah, it's day 4. Yeah, Snowstorm, which is terrifying. Yes, Frost Totem Snowstorm. Thank God he doesn't have a weapon. It is a completed life conduit, so I do lose, unfortunately. Like, it's not a great setup for the life conduit, but my damage scaling is abysmal. There's no way we're killing him in one. I don't know. We do eventually. Actually, the more I look at this, the more I think we might actually win this eventually. We need to deal 266 damage on the shiny Ring Kings. We have a while to stall out with the Silk and Sandstorm to get there. No, we never get high enough. We get damn close. If the Ring King hits during a good point in Sands, it didn't. I don't live long enough after this either. The poison. Yeah. Damn shame. Yeah. It's just life conduit things. Dealt 3,000-ish damage, which is a lot for an 800 health man, but life conduit's just very broken. I was hoping this would be the exact effect of me making the over-explained for life conduit builds, is I would start seeing more Max who just have like day 4 quest complete every single time and have good setups for it. That was fairly weak, but he has like silver piece route on his board, so we can see what's happening, right? He's only gotten the economy and the quest. He hasn't been able to find the pieces that actually make it super strong. And it's still enough to crush any normal build. Premium red pickles. Don't think I like that one very much, to be honest with you. Andy, what's up?
Portions, the finer the meal.
Am I looking for a matchbox? No. God, no. Am I looking for a rewards card? I don't mind that one so much. We're probably dropping the money tree by the end of the day, so I'm okay picking up rewards card.
Small boxes.
Toss the gold coin, grab the yo-yo.
You wanna buy that?
Thinking on it a second longer, we're obviously supposed to buy hatchets. And I guess we buff the hatch. We don't need to do it right now. We can wait until we potentially go to a better store on the next hour. Ayla, why? We both know that this is not going to end with weapons. I do appreciate the briefcase, though. Shouldn't have sold the briefcase just yet. There's a shop that can buy it for extra cash. And no, that's not true. So we're going into a fight, and I'm going to be leveling up soon. Well, I can sell it when I'm about to level up, which I'm not doing just yet. Diamond fangs, and somehow that's a build. Sure. Like, these are just such powerful weapons, and I'm playing big. We're like, yeah, I'm trying to do silk things. But we're at 0 wins. Whatever we're doing needs to be completely cracked to go 10 with it. And we currently have not found a Spiky Shield, a Crusher Claw. And I know it's only day 5, so not finding the fort's not that surprising. But we really need to find the weapons at some point if we plan on playing silk in the super late game. Because right now it's day 5, and we are still running basically my day 1 offenses. So it's not a surprise we're failing. I mean, that's cool. That's a very good skill, but it's not helping yet. All right, we go to Quixel. When we level up, we need to have 1 gold left when we leave Quixel. That's, or sorry, 1 empty space, but that's not too hard. Apropos Chapeau. Yeah, Apropos Chapeau has to be the way to go, right? I don't have a tool yet. I do have a weapon. I don't have a property. I do have an apparel. It's not very good. I'm going to toss the premium pickles as well. They're pretty weak. Grab the Apropos Chapeau. Toss a coin. Roll. Hope for the best. Do not receive the best. What about a Gonjo over the flail? I think with Apropos Chapeau and Lumbords, it ends up being worse. All right, next. 5 silver tier spirit change, huh? All right, I'm planning on selling the money tree, but I guess since I need the room for this anyway, this is relatively minor. I can instead have the damage scaling happening like this. Just run the relatively bad bronze yo-yo. I think that ends up being better for me. And get my 5 spare change, which is gonna be worth way more money than that cash register ever would have been.
Ah, a friend. I mean, a customer.
Toss all of these. I should have waited until the second page. And then I continue to do it after I realize the mistake. It's fine, no punish. I mean, if you buy the lemonade stand, there is actually a punish. I don't feel like I have lemonade stand money. I don't know. It leaves me with enough inventory spots. Yeah, I'll admit that I'm down 20 max health and make this decision. Is 1 gold worth 10 health? I'm about to sell a 100 gold money tree tomorrow, yes. Okay. The build's still not very good, but it's a lot better than it was. Let's see how it goes. Undefeated Vanessa. I think I know how it goes.
Go ahead.
What sort of weapon nonsense you got for me? Mantis shrimp, electric eels? Wasn't expecting the eels, but Gorgon skill rigged, slow and steady sort of explains it. Also, Dock Line's just quietly an incredibly strong card. It's never like a broken card. It's not participating in any busted ass combo. What it's doing instead is just being incredibly strong in terms of fair value output. Also, I don't believe I even activated my Silk in that fight. I think it was slowed the entire match. Let me double check that. Yeah. Nice build around item there. Oh well, it happens. We are currently the 0-5 pig start that you would never, ever want to play. What do I do at Kev? I lose a bunch of gold for no reason. Okay, cool. Glad we sorted that out. I'm tempted to sell the lemonade stand immediately because I don't want to get rid of the money tree because I'm so greedy. We're not going to make that mistake, though. We're going to go to the eating contest and keep stacking the silk. Not buying the gold chocolate bars does seem egregiously greedy, I will admit it. What am I doing at Ayla? Because I guess I'm looking for a spiky shield, but it's not good enough yet. Well, we got it. Congratulations. Oh, man. I'll roll. There could be obsidian upgrades that are very interesting. Yo-yo upgrades, bunch of garbage as well. I considered Piggle's launcher because I have the apropos chapeau. The build's just so bad that I'm kind of like not totally zoned into what I should be doing. We beat Foreman, I'm sure. I don't think I beat Infernal, so I'm going to take the highest average gold I can get. When you use a tool of which I have none, to my enormous chagrin, thanks to the tool requirement here, power sander over what if I get it? Because I would like to be running a tool. Same with Chris Army Knife. I'd have to drop the flail and then run another small item. I'm not super against it. It's just not very good.
Show's over, people.
Do I think that I can go 10-1 from here? There's a thought in the back of my head that's just like, why are you even trying? You should just quit the run now. Oh, man. I'm clearly not super attached to climbing the ladder efficiently, am I? It's just like from a content perspective, I'm genuinely dooming so hard. When you use an adjacent meat item, this gains 20% damage. I've got flail lumbors, man. I could click get a property for specifically forts, or I could go try to find some coins for Silk Scarf. I'm fairly confident that this is stupid. But I've got Lumbors and Apropos Chapeau and 6 activations. I don't think this will be enough to one-shot anyone, but I really, really want to try it. And if I go to Prosper, I'm going to have to sell my lemonade stand to do anything. I'm going to go to Prospero anyway. I want to buff the silk as much as I can. Fine, upgrading Ring Kings. I think it's a little bit too late to try to go all in on Coin Cure, especially with nothing going on in the build. Yeah, that's about what I was expecting, to be honest. I really want this rewards card. Sorry, business card, you're kind of just inferior.
I made that same investment.
And while I'm still at silver on Silk Scarf, I don't know that it's worth it to buy, sell just random trash all the time. I'll buff the Piggles. I'm definitely selling them at some point. I don't generate anything at the start of the day unless I win, which I'm not going to do. So making room for the Piggles doesn't actually matter. At worst, I'm just losing 12 value on the silk. Is it even 12? Am I getting that right? Yeah. Argenta, can you give me hope?
Maybe someday we'll teach each other.
Silver defense grid actually pretty good with the spiky shield. I'm going to take that. I still think the spiky shield stuff is worse than this. Cool. A fight where I can go to it and see that this build sucks. That's actually what I was really hoping for. Just like, I need to know how much the first hit of Crane is, because that informs whether or not this is viable. I'm not hitting them a second time at 22 seconds with no defenses in the build. So we need to know how hard does the first hit go for. Wow, it's terrible. We barely killed him on a crit, and it still probably dealt less than the Ring Kings. Okay, cool. Cool. I thought it was better than that. God, that was awful. Now, we actually got the tool this time, so we can get a buff on Apropos Chapeau, reposition this so that Apropos is getting the haste. Is this a world where Spiky Shield becomes better than Flail? Probably, because it goes off shortly after Silk Scarf, and it's getting both halves of the buff there. Yo-Yo can stay in the stash. Flail is trash that we're trying to sell at some point. It is a 2-win pig. I think I'm favored versus a 2-win pig, honestly. Got a fairly large shield. No, because a 2-win pig could have turned it around when he found the drum. This is not a particularly impressive setup for a Jabalian drum on day 6. Like, it's actually about as bad as it could possibly be. I think I'm still able to win this. All right, I think we're good. The fact that we were able to get the first shield hit off Also, he's just actually not getting through the shield I built up. Oh, wow. Man, I feel kind of upset that this guy's got 2 more wins than me. It's like, oh. He also had nothing. My opponents just didn't pull their punches, apparently. It's fine. We're going to get 9 paid actors in a row. We're going to turn it around here. I would very much like to go to Kina and upgrade the Silk. I think anything else is a little bit on the silly side. I think we're better off buffing the value on the flail at this point because we're tossing it as soon as we can. Yeah, they're just items I desperately need. I've got enough gold that not buying it's wrong. This is 4 gold a day as well. And I don't think I'm using this area, so I really do have the space for it. Piggle's Protectors, not great scaling for them though. Just gonna toss this now to make space. I'm tired of looking at it. You might think, shouldn't you have waited till the next store to do that? Shut up. I know you're right. I don't care.
You can't afford it.
I think I'm at a point in the run where I'm willing to do 2 gold flips for extra value here. It's not a ton of shield, but I think it's enough that it will matter in the end. I probably should have bought the previous Piggle Protectors on that same logic. Signet Ring is very nice. And we want to run this over... it's probably fine. The enemy's probably not that tough. I do need to make room before my monster fight, though, because I'm going to generate a Piggle. It's fine. We just toss the Piggle's Protector. It's not a big deal. We're probably not using this yo-yo either. Oh, wait. Are you small items? Yeah, this is only small items. This is only non-weapon items. I think I passed on a small weapon just now because my wires got crossed with Lemonade and Scarf. That's fine, though. This should beat Thug, no problem, right? Surely. I'm a little bit worried, I will admit. But I don't think that this is bad enough to lose the Thug. Like, I've had builds that were surprisingly bad into Thug before, but just base 600 shield should be good enough. That was also a thing I was really worried about. It timed out correctly for me. I was worried that Anchor was going to hit right before Spiky Shield, like in the gap, and it would just cause me to lose, but it did not happen that way. It is an ugly build. I'm ready to admit that. The second Spiky Shield for 100 damage. Wow. But we get through Thug, which, you know, you expect to, but I'm a little bit traumatized this run. I'm gonna sell this now. Anchor is probably no good for us. Yeah, it's only 20%. It's not good enough. Weapon skills, heal, and regen. I'm gonna go gold tier skills. Not sure what I'm looking for, but weapon's a bit on the wrong side of things. So I'm playing in the Spiky Shield. No large items. There's like a tiny argument that I'm trying to play Fort down the line, so second win makes a ton of sense. Same with initial chill, but that's down the line. It's not happening yet. Diamond Heart, huh? Well, Diamond Heart's really not happening. It's likely that I can get Arms Dealer to do some gross things if I'm buying and flipping for the Lemonade stand as well. JJ, help me out. He's not helping me out that much. Yeah, I don't care about this yo-yo. I'm not going to make myself commit to it. It's a small item and a non-weapon, so it's definitely worth it. I'm unconvinced on the mediums, though. I think I have to flip the mediums. I really don't like it, but I need this silk to be way bigger than it is, and since I'm almost on death's door, I do not have time to be picky about it. Toss that, toss that. Do I want to grab the cash register? Definitely want the steam ladle. That one's a no-brainer. The cash register is an 8 gold flip, so I'm only doing it if I think I actually want a cash register, and there's not really a way to run the damn thing. I could run the Lemonade stand as a 117 regen item. Like, it's not very good, but it helps with my space issues. And the stuff I'm running inside of it is awful anyway, right? I think that's the space solution, and that lets me grab the cash register for a bigger everything. So, like this then. And I get 1, 2, 3, 4 at the start of day. Theoretically, I have to win, but I mean, if I'm not winning, I'm dead, so I can just count them as a fact. Toss these, and do I want to grab the Land Scraper? It is a unreasonably expensive flip, but fine. Yeah, I'll do a 6 gold flip, too. I'm very worried about not making the cut. Pull. Toss, toss. We are always doing shipment. Sorry, 20-hour fitness, we're doing stupid things. Wow, these are not very good, are they? Well, awesome. 6 gold flips. God, fine. I don't like these decisions that I'm making, but I'm genuinely very close to dying in these fights. Do I want to throw away 18 more gold for another 36 shield? No, that's too much. I'm down to 70 gold. I'll continue burning it for the entire rest of the game. I have to assume that 36 shield's not the difference. I can spend it more efficiently than that in the near future. So my actual income's not that crazy.
You are a child to me.
Idle Decay quest finished, and all right. I haven't seen anyone playing Idle Decay recently. This is not a particularly strong idle board. No crazy skills. The Refractor is going to be kind of unfortunate because it's break a lot of my shield, but I think we just kill him on the second hit and live long enough to do it. Especially thanks to the Lemonade Stand's 100 additional regen. Yeah, we get there. Good job, Spiky Shield. You finally won something. At minus 1,000, we probably didn't have to be quite so luxurious, extravagant with the way that we were spending our money on the last couple of shops, but I think it was the right call all the same. Okay, we have +5 items at Chocolate Shop, which is big, versus going to Middle, which could upgrade Silk, and I'd love that, but everything else at Middle is not a huge deal for me. Okay, I'm gonna go Chocolate Bars here. As much as I would like to upgrade the Silk, I can't go to Middle for exactly and only one item. What am I looking for at Pearl? Crusher Claw.
You look like a hard
Any
one.
cooldown reduction.
Need some work.
Nitrogen Hammer and Pigs, damn cool. Not gonna pretend otherwise. But we're gonna look for something better than that, or at least more valuable than that. Well, one sec. That's fine, right? Like you can do this and just get the cooldowns closer. I think that's what we want to do. I'm taking the Insect Wing. That's locked in. We're always taking Diamond Insect Wing when we see it. Let me just run the calculator real quick. I knew for a fact that it was more than 8, but I just had to do it in the calculator to make sure I don't ruin the build. We are 8.2. That's much closer for the second hit and also much safer on the first hit. I'm very happy with that. Anyway, we're good with a little bit of universal cooldown reduction. We don't want too much of it because it would make us worse into a fort, which we obviously are still looking for. But also, Vortex could get these out of sync. Like Neophiliac has downsides here, where an initial charge on Spiky Shield could actually cause me to lose the fight. We're at 2,600 health. I feel like that's unusually high for level 8. It should be. We had Lemonade Stand for a while. And we have 4 gold chocolate bars in the inventory as I say that, so I think we're doing good things then. Talent's not quite the loot I was looking for. Yeah, I've got Arms Dealer. It's better than it would usually be. 4 income versus a silver loot item. I might actually take 4 income. That's a... There's so many days left. It's 7 times 4. It only matters if I get to 0, though. If I stay above 50 gold for the rest of the run, capital gains did nothing. I'm still taking the income. It's just a lot of income, and it's translating to damage if nothing else here. Grandmaster can upgrade Arms Dealer, Diamond Fangs, Defense Grid. Those are all neat. None of them are actually a big deal is the problem. I can get a bit of crit chance. I think it's worth going for Prospero trying to flip items, though. Especially trying to find Silk, which I assume I can get here. Not really the enchant I want or the tier that I need, to be honest. Anyways, toss that one, buy the cheap flip. Pig's Gem, I think, is worth trying to float for a little bit, actually, because of how it interacts with flipping weapons. Next page. Briefcase, nice. Got pretty much exactly what we wanted on the second page, which was a bunch of item generators. And also weapons. This is health, right? Yeah, it has no value scaling. And really nothing I do does. I've got the gold to flip for 4. And we are putting our resources on Pig's Gem, which is where I want it. Gumballs are pretty good, aren't they? So gumballs are 120 shield value. Like, they are so much shield value. I need to find Fort, and I need to upgrade my scarf, though. Like, this stuff is very important. It's actually really tough. I'm gonna go Kina. I know that gumballs are good, but I think I have to find Fort for this to win in the late game. Toss this, because I'm gonna need the room at the start of the day. I could hold on to this and toss the Piggles instead. I would rather do that. There's a lot of potential health on the line with that gem.
Use that for the good of...
Am I doing 6 gold flips again? I have 21 income this time. I feel a little bit safer. I've also got a fort scaling its value. I'll do the 6 gold flip here. 12 gold's way too much. Hey, Pinata, we love to see it. So this is getting us a lot closer to a similar shield value now that we got one good hit there for a Pinata. We're safe. We didn't lose out on that much shield or that much health. But yeah, it's 120 shield and 200 health from going to gumballs. We got like 7 flips here, so we made up most of it, but we didn't hit any of the stuff we actually came here for. All right, hopefully it is a relatively weak life conduit Mac and we can one-shot him before we die. The thing is, life conduit Mac can easily kill me in the 22 seconds or whenever I'm giving him. 16, it's not nearly that bad. It's Idol of Decay again. And his freezes cannot target my main items, but the slows could be really bad if I get unlucky. Oh no. Okay, they're barely still synced. I didn't consider that a slow that hits Silk before Spiky Shield could be a huge problem for me. Anyway, we just die first because of raw poison output. Yeah. Just permanent haste and excavation tools will do that. Dead on 8, it's the pig dream. Now you get to go to the late game and pretend you're favored because you're a pig into a sea of other pigs. See, there's somebody out there who's played a lot of pig and they're like, yes, he's gonna win the run now. Maybe they're not that confident. They played a lot of pig. They don't have any degree of confidence, but they still looked at these enchants and thought, hell yes, and immediately knew where to put which one. I don't know this. My Silk isn't big enough to one-shot yet, so I think I have to go Guardian's Gorge on the Silk. It doesn't make sense to me to put Sanguine Valley on the shield or on the Scarf. The Scarf needs to be bigger for me to kill with the other one, and just putting Obsidian on the Scarf seems like it's the same thing as I'm immediately hitting with Spiky Shield afterwards. So I'm gonna do this. It feels like it's right to me, but if I were to find out that I'm completely wrong and making a huge mistake, I would not be like that surprised. All right, we're gonna go to Barcoon. We're gonna flip everything he has, basically. The briefcase is great, obviously, but
I'll never resell this.
fine, I'll do 6 gold flips. We're on do or die time. We've got it here. Pickle's Board is a very, very good item that I still have not gotten to play with yet. I guess I should have held that for at least an hour, huh? Yeah, probably shouldn't have sold that before going to the next store, but it's fine. Is it a hero merchant I need to buy and flip things? Black pepper would not be bad. I think Jules actually makes a ton of sense here. Salt's also not bad. Like, it's still improving the build. Oven mitts and butter. They're flippable. It's a fairly low bar, I suppose, but... Oh. Is the crit better than the charge? I don't know. I really don't. But I'm gonna trust my gut that the charge is more important here. There's an argument to like running it in a way where I charge this at 8 seconds and keep the crit in the middle and ignore the second use of shield. Maybe that would have been better because obviously the Lumbors aren't great. The bronze Lumbors and the Day 9 Silk Board are definitely leaving something to be desired. A little bit of cooldown up Blood Reef Captain's not terrible. Still in range for, what's it called? Fort numbers if I do get this on top of Fort. So I'm never gonna have a vehicle. I think I have a tool right now. No, black pepper is not a black pepper grinder. It is the spice inside of it. So it's not a tool. It is a spice still. Okay. Kind of feel like it should be both, but regardless. Huh. Hold up. Wait a moment. Does that make sense? It's a lot of crit chance. I want to hold the black pepper grinder. I don't care about these Lumbors even a little bit. They could be any items. Also, obviously, Celestial Conduit on the Spiky Shield's really bad. It's basically guaranteeing that the silk gets messed up and then the build doesn't work. When you crit haste, wow, because they're alive, right? After I crit. It's kind of unreal how bad these options are. Even though I'm not running it right now, I'm going to put the haste enchant on the black pepper. This is the only one I can imagine mattering. And it's just random hasting, right? It's not like specifically the adjacent items. Yeah. So theoretically, we could go to Curio and that could become very good down the line, but it's not looking good. This whole run's not looking good, right? I need space. That's fine. We can just stop doing this. I still need... Yeah, and that's enough space. So fine. Let's go get our chocolate bars. Hina, please help.
With no weapons?
Hina does not appear to be helping that much. It is worth buying beehives. I wonder if I skipped over any earlier. Grab the pawn shop next. Sell the bees. Grab the sauna. Hope for better on the next page. Doesn't look like we're getting it. Do I flip for 8 gold at this point? I don't think so. And I think I do hold the pawn shop. It's not a ton more benefit. I think for day 9, I'm like, not terrible. I'm so weak to slow. I have 3 items. And if you specifically hit the scarf, I don't do anything. I need you to slow the shield more than the scarf. And this is very important because he's going to be playing a slow build, as you can tell. Thank you. He hit the one that doesn't instantly lose me the fight. Although a 3-second delay on the spiky shield is still terrible. And it appears that I might not activate any idols before I die. Okay, we've activated an idol. In fact, we've even gone so far as to win. Thanks to the additional 60% crit chance. Just watching and waiting to see how the shield times out with slows. It's nerve-wracking. I don't like it at all. I'd much rather have the fort to cripple their build. Tina, do you think I might perchance get a fort to cripple their build? Oh. Well, shit. Yeah, sign me up. 1 second. I was not actually expecting to get to do this. Yeah, the crow's nest. I'm taking the forts. Lemonade stands a lot of durability, but like the game's never gonna go that long, so we want it this way. Was there ever a world where it was right to run crow's nest? It's just so damn vulnerable to slow. Like a single clamor could end the build if I did that. I much prefer having the black pepper here. Signet ring is definitely staying. Rewards card is definitely staying. I do think ointment's a perfectly reasonable thing to add to the build here. And I'm happy to flip Piggle's Protector, which requires me to figure out how I'm handling flipping. Cool, figured it out. And I say I'm happy to flip it, but like in actuality, it's probably going on my board. We have a build. We have the potential to stabilize here. I guess I'm gonna go to pole and try to get it to diamond for it to mess up my opponent's cooldowns even more. I'm happy with lemonade stands. Just keep pushing health in the background. Don't think I care about a tournament arena, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm gonna roll. I'm willing to make sacrifices to get the fort upgraded, which is not an option, unfortunately. But the build is tremendously better than it was. Because now if one of these gets slowed with the multicast and the pepper to equalize them, we should have it work out in the end. Do I care about anything in particular from Lord Arkan? No. So we're gonna go for CDR to try to get as close to 8 seconds on these as we possibly can. Ooh, because each point of CDR is better than the last point, I might at some point mess this up and cause the silk to go off second if I keep getting CDR. That would be a good problem to have. We're a ways off of it actually mattering. Diamond Pendulum causes these to charge it. That doesn't matter. They're not living through the second hit of the shield. That's not how the game works. So I don't need to think about pendulum strats when I'm playing Silk. Pig skills, heal and regen, shield skills. I think that's just gotta be pig skills. Look for the chocolate bar thing, chocoholic.
Staying out of trouble.
I don't heal, don't have many weapons, don't heal. When you buy a property, get a spare change and a chocolate. Okay. Not like super thrilled about it, but okay.
This is what we were missing back home.
I have no room for them. I don't want to sell cash register or diamond lemonade stand. 220 health probably isn't right. I'm gonna take a rare event. Unfortunately.
You come under a flag of trade. I'll honor it.
I understand that middle can sell silk, but at this point it's like silk's value is big enough. I don't need to get its tier higher. I don't even care anymore.
Next time we meet,
I'm willing to flip all of the small trash. Should I have gone for that? Probably not. I don't feel like I have the money to flip for more than like 4 gold and no crazy off-class. That's kind of a crazy off-class item. Yeah, I'll take that actually.
to my own enemies.
That is not insubstantial amounts of additional crit. And I guess I'm gonna put the value on the loop. It seems like the thing I'd be most likely to drop. Yeah, that checks out to me. Or maybe the ointment. No, I'd keep the ointment. Chocolate bars with no space. Oh, you hate to see it. I think I'm willing to drop the loop and the rewards card for these chocolate bars. I think that actually is worth it. The signet ring will relatively quickly pay back what I've lost. But at the same time, I think I'm going to keep losing access to like chocolate bars because of the signet ring being in my inventory. Yeah, we're tossing all of these and going chocolate bars. And we're going to be taking the cheap chocolate bars because we have so many expensive things to be buying at this point that I don't care about the tiny amount of extra health. I'm getting way more health just from the lemonade stand in the first place.
Are you sure?
Maybe I should have been more willing to take the expensive chocolate bars, but I feel like I'm going to need a ton of money as this game runs long. We're looking at Obsidian Ignition Core, because why would you settle for less than the best? At 7.9, we slow down, and then shortly after, he dies. God, how fast is that thing? 4.2 under the effect of a fort, huh? Anyway, it looks like we're fine. He did manage to deal about 3,000 damage to us before we actually got him. Yeah, just Uzi, Metronome, Plasma Grenade with a 4.2 second post box, so 3.2 second core. Very, very fast. Can't make much use of anything here other than gumballs, and losing the loop with gumballs is very sad, but it's also the reason I'm willing to, like, do gumballs at all, is because I can buy them 5 at a time. And every gumball is just worth 40 health, which is kind of wild. I think I push experience here to make sure my opponents don't one-shot me. Obviously, I quite like Kina, but I also quite like being alive.
If you're not growing,
5 gold tier spare change, you say? Sign me up. Do I generate anything anymore? No, it's just start of day 2 coins. I'm pretty sure we go off before Awakened District. And I would not mind, in case I'm fighting some sort of insane raid boss tank, when you use a large item, haste your other items 2 seconds, and this goes off twice, so obviously that's really, really good. It does occur to me with 3 uses of haste 1 for 1 that if they did live through the first hit, things might be very, very awkward depending on haste targeting. Not actually clear that that's a good enchant.
you'll win. But not
It's fine. I'm sure it'll work out in the end. Regen, temp stam. Weapons are still worth, if it's a property weapon, there aren't many of those. So small weapons are still worth a bit of health to me, but it's a pretty bad shop, to be honest with you. Why am I selling things? Getting a temp boost. I'm going temp health. And then I'm going to go to Midsworth. Hopefully we can upgrade this fort or at least get good flips. It's 8 gold for 80 health. I think Ring Kings are barely worth buying. I'll take the Crystal Bonsai. Right. Do I hold the Crystal Bonsai for a day? Do I put it on my board? I don't think so to either, but I will think about it briefly at least. I've got 80 gold. I don't need to hold this. And I'll do a 6 gold flip here as well. That's not that bad. Oh, right. It's a property. That makes it a lot better. It's incredibly worth. I forgot I got the skill. Okay. I have a pretty respectable amount of health for the day and a one-shot strategy. That might be enough. He's at 5.7k. I'm at 9k, so we've got the gap going. Julian has an 8.8 second cooldown, and it's basically not being accelerated, so this should be a win, I think. Oh, the heavy double barrel would have made it very awkward, potentially. But yeah, as Julian goes off, dead instantly. I had 8,000 overkill to go behind it as well. Must have been a crit in there on this, I guess. Yeah, the first silk crit. Shout out to Pet Rock, who is quietly carrying the build, I guess.
It's all about motivation. You gotta know what you're fighting for.
Okay, so we're obviously always upgrading here, but it actually isn't clear to me what I upgrade. Getting the fort's cooldown increase is like kind of neat, but not super important. I do wonder if I might somehow mess this up. It wouldn't matter because the black pepper would end up saving us. What I'm looking at is upgrading black pepper though, because this going to 2 seconds is right after these resolve, charge them 6 seconds. Also, if slower freeze really messes you up, unmess it. I think the black pepper is actually the best upgrade here because the silk's just big enough. The silk is doing the job it needs to do already. Mystery Portal versus Barcoon. Barcoon's likely to sell a lot of properties. Not doing great so far, I'll admit. But that's one property. Ooh, wait. I have another property. That actually is a property. So my understanding is just like ambergris, this should count as a property when I buy it. Yes. I'll do this for the max health. It seems worth. Not a lot of properties, huh, Barkun? I'm going to choose to believe I can spend my money more efficiently than this. I'll do the 4 gold flip for sure, but not the rest. Andy's not quite the guy I'm looking for. I think I'm happy to just take 5 chocolate bars here. And again, I've got so much health that spending 10 gold for another, what is it, 80 health? Not, why would I think it was 80? Another 100 health just isn't the biggest deal to me. I'm happy to go Lure of the Waste. I'm happy to go Morgaloth, which is better. I think it's Lure of the Waste. The double damage on crits actually could end up mattering a lot against raid bosses. And seeing as we are going to be getting to day 16, raid bosses are a very real concern. Like having the immediate double trigger of Diamond Black Pepper on day 16 might matter a lot. So far, no one's lived long enough to really give me an idea. Hold up. It's been fun, Ointment, but you're out. I think Energy Potion is unambiguously going to be better. Why is it 5.6? What? Why is it losing cooldown when it... Oh, it's a diamond item. Right. I have you. I see. So when this goes to diamond, it will actually lose a multicast. So upgrading this to diamond doesn't matter because I have fucking diamond fangs. Unfortunate to realize, but that's fine, I guess. Improve your burn items. So I was just saying that it doesn't actually do anything, but that's not true, right? Because it'll charge for the same amount, sure, but it'll go off a lot earlier, which does matter. Yeah, it goes off at 7.2 now, which actually is reasonably improving the item. Ayla?
Any good fights lately?
Hey, she's selling small items. I appreciate it. None of this was that expensive.
I prefer action.
None of that was that. Yeah, it's a little bit expensive on the second page. Yeah, I think these are still... I don't know about 8 gold flips. 8 gold's a bit much to ask. I actually didn't need to sell that when I could have held it for the day and gotten the truffles. No, I'd have only gotten 1 truffle. I'd be worried about order. Gotta leave it at that. I don't want to spend all that money and burn down so hard. It's a dually, which is scary, but dually's usually uniquely bad in the fort, especially if he's like a 3D printer dually where it literally cuts his build in half. Fiery Race Carl retooled. Some sick stuff is happening here. I'm interested. Shiny tools, double yo-yo. Dude, that's so fucking cool. Anyway, my build's not nearly as cool. He's got crazy stuff going on. He's got shiny crude tools, which honestly, not even that good of a... I think my brain broke and I called the crude tool shiny instead of like, yeah, that's what retool does. So the way this build works is you have the temporal navigator halved, being charged by crude tools, potentially a second set of them. One of them has multicast. It's hasting nonstop, which is hasting this thing and starting up Fiery Race Carl as well. And it's also hasting Diamond Mech Moles to scale the Race Carl. And he's got rigged to... It's just such a cool build. I really like what this dude's built. I think it's a very, very cool build. Mine is the Silk Black Hole that sucks in meta slaves like myself when they play Pig. Anyway, the Silk Black Hole is doing great. Still a very strong build. Have to win 4 consecutive times to get a 10 win from this point, though. Diamond skills, can you help out? We have retooled with no tools. What tools would I ever want? Good question. I will never hold that much gold, so I'm gonna roll. Right eye, you say. So it's sort of unclear to me whether it's better to crit on the spiky shield or the silk scarf. Like logically, it's just the spiky shield, right? We're taking this, by the way. The other two suck. Because if I crit on the silk scarf on the first hit, it effectively crits both hits of the spiky shield. And it also has defensive value, so I think this is better. And I don't mind upgrading Diamond Fangs. Like, it's already caused the problem. I just won't lower cooldowns now. So this is actually a fairly good Grandmaster. Just upgrading the tier on this doesn't matter. A little bit of shield. A little bit of shield. Hey, Curio, my guy. You've been missing for ages. Okay. We're going to be flipping this entire store. That's how that works. We want the rocket boots for increased haste duration. Crit chance going on the scarf. It doesn't matter if something has no purpose. Everything has a purpose. They all give me so much health. It's kind of ludicrous how much scaling a curio represents. I'm not even hyped for Crusher Claw. I don't think I'm going to see one. I didn't. I'm hyped because of how many items I get to flip when I see curio. It's like a gumball machine with upside. More upside than a normal gumball machine, I mean. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, I sort of stopped caring about scaling my scarf by upgrading its tier at some point because it just never happened. Technically, that should have gone on the shield instead of the rock, I think, but it's not ever going to matter. I stopped caring about getting a higher tier silk scarf because I realized, like, with the shield enchant and the multicast and the fort, it just doesn't matter anymore. We definitely beat Frost Street Champion. So you have anything I care about? Yeah, the extra experience. Oh, Blizzard could make this very awkward. It should still time out, I think, with Blizzard. Yeah, the black pepper should catch it up so that it goes off once before the scarf. Even if it doesn't, I'll just Why did the scarf it didn't. I just killed him with defense crit. The scarf didn't trigger. Defense crit was just enough on its own because I have so much health. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't have taken that. I don't freeze currently, but now if I get freeze, it could mess up the build by speeding up this shield too much. No, that's basically not a concern. It's fine, because even if the shield gets the haste, it'll still go off about the same time as the black pepper. I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, we just flip Andy's entire stuff. I just failed to sell the Sunder, apparently. Anyway, like I was saying, we flip Andy's entire stock.
You're a smart one for your size.
It's been a while since I just had a lemonade stacker run. It's kind of wild how much health I have. No board cost, just 12,000 health. I'm gonna take chocolate bars because of course I am. I'm actually getting low on cash for tomorrow, so I'll take bronze chocolate bars again, which does demonstrate my exact point why I've been doing this over and over again. I wouldn't even had the money to try it if I had been buying the good chocolate bars previously. It's another pig. That's always terrifying. He could just one-shot me first. He's probably playing some deranged nonsense with 28-hour or Javalian drum, though. Shielded double whammy, 24,000 health. I think I can kill that. I think I go off twice before he goes off once. Yeah. Also, I didn't need to go off the second time, actually. I killed him on the first one. Can we get a check for the values there? We got a crit here, and it looks like a crit there as well. Shout out to my boy Pet Rock, he's doing work. Because a lot of that crit is coming from him. Like I said, we have to win on day 16. Raid bosses are a very real concern. And as we have been doing the entire run, I will continue buying chocolate bars. And by that, I mean begging for free chocolate bars. I'll take the terrible ones. Barcoon, I have some chocolate bars that I've heard from a trusted source you would be interested in. I'll do a flip for 4-year-old, but these other two are a bit on the pricey side. Cheap properties, sign me up.
Really my size, but I guess I'll take it. It's smaller than
That is so much extra health. Is 24 gold an acceptable flip with the money I have?
Don't you have anything smaller?
It's 3 non-weapon flips, which is very good, but fine. It's barely acceptable.
Mister. Anyway.
Yeah, toss this.
Thanks.
I don't need to do it yet. I'm still doing it. I feel like I'm gonna mess something up somehow. Do I care about speeding up the fort? No, we're gonna go to Vulca's Enforcer. We're gonna try to get Cryomancery, or Cryomastery rather, because then when I go off, I'll freeze 4 items and I'll get a bunch of haste. Like, there are upsides to it. It's not a big deal. Reaching the summit could also potentially matter somehow, maybe, with a stopwatch. Yeah, reaching the summit stopwatch is actually pretty cool.
Target threat level 8.
There are items here that affect how I'd make the build. That's what it comes down to. That's not one of them. That one's not affecting the build. Sharpening Stone versus Herma. I'm pretty broke. I am going to take a Sharpening Stone just for a single free flip, generate a bit of money. Andy, what do you have for us? Loop does make all the next flips a lot easier to handle. Toss them all, put it on the correct one this time. Premium pickles are a bit on the pricey side. They'll pay for themselves tomorrow. Fine. And much cheaper flips. It's so funny to be like, yes, it's the day 14 silver smalls that I was hoping for.
Said money can't buy class had
Upgrade and item. Do I upgrade the fort now? Its only CDR is Diamond Fangs, so it would be a 10-second cooldown -2. Wait. By my count, since I have never gotten a single feather, Turbo Black Pepper would go exactly to multi-3. I'm doing it.
Don't tell me Form is your smith. That guy is...
If it doesn't, then this is obviously wrong, but my count says it does. Hell yeah. Okay, so now this will actually just finish the first use and then get them 6 out of 10 seconds in the second one, which is hugely important for beating a raid boss with like 40 to 50,000 health. Let's see if it's good enough. Pigs are always terrifying in the late game. God knows I'm one of them. Restorative Utarian Club, Turbo Igloo, 1 shot, 1 kill. Well, not against me, it isn't. I hate this bug so much. There we go. So I think we should be fine here. Oh, they both crit. If they both crit, the first hit does 26,000. I believe I only activated them once out of the potential 4 times I was expecting to see. 9.0 plus the defense grid value. I was like, why was it so much damage? Yeah, that'll be why. All right, we've gone the distance. We're 2 days left in the run. Toss, 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 toss. Get the chocolate bars. Barcoon can potentially sell me more flips, actually. If that's the case, I really shouldn't have sold them before going to Barcoon, but yeah, all right, now that you mention it, I do have that stupid property skill. Grab this, flip these. I wasn't going to grab this previously, but now that it's worth 5 more gold and 50 max health, it's only a 3 gold flip, so sure.
I'll show you those stumps back home. I'm gonna be
check the next page. Yeah, that actually worked out really well for me.
That was a good trade. Where's Midsworth? Oh, did he see me close a deal?
Don't need to sell you just yet. Shipment is beyond optimistic. They are all Diamond Fangs, which is super cool. But like, what do I want to change on this board? Let's be honest with ourselves here. Cobweb is not the shop you want to see.
This
but okay.
is a manic hive.
Heavy silver laser security system. Actually pretty good here.
Lie languid in the river.
Shouldn't have sold those yet. I guess there's no way to see a second Barcoon today. I'm not gonna spend 8 gold rolling here. Good thing I have 70 income. I'd be super broke if I didn't. We beat Void Golem. We're fine. Is that true? 9-second activation, 8-second activation. Yeah, it's true. I was a little bit worried for a second there. I do enjoy the dramatic slow start to any game with a Fort Pig, where it's like just playing in slow motion until someone explodes, and if things go according to plan, it's always the opponent. Spices is neat theoretically, but useless in reality, right? So if I gave up the crit chance here, like it would have to be a thing where I'm using it a second time. I think the crit chance is worth way more than the spices. If I see a pig, I'll consider it. Gumballs. Gumballs are really good. I think Kina is on average worse than Gumballs. And I'm not going to be buying Gumballs 4 at a time, so I'm making this decision now. I think if anything has enough health to live through the first volley, they'll still probably die to the second volley. And I can't run spices and hurt my first volley that much. I think as cool as spices are, there's never a world where it makes sense to take them. And also the additional crit chance here is really nice. I hadn't really thought about that. Heal and regen, shield, weapon. I can get leftmost weapon. I actually can't. Leftmost weapon has lifesteal, would always hit the pet rock because I have rightmost crit that I'm unwilling to give up, and this is adjacency locked. There's actually just like not a single good skill here, to my knowledge. I'm gonna look for knife tricks off for Yukon. That's all I've got.
I mean,
when you fall below half health, double the damage for your leftmost weapon. 5% crit's not terrible, but like you can probably do better on the second page, right? Evidently not. Sure, Diamond Arm Steward, why not?
Too weak for Ryokon. The Sphinxians may help you.
Middle can sell medium properties. I think that's all I really need to hear.
Nothing tiny, nothing huge.
I got at least one, and the silk final lane. Sorry, shouldn't have sold that. I had just long since given up on ever upgrading the silk. You know, now that silk's not silver anymore, I might die. I kind of feel like I just upgraded Pikachu to Raichu against his will. Oh, I messed up and bought the ATM second. It's fine. Who needs to play well to win? I can't get the full value on this beehive. That's fine. I'll just get partial value on the beehive.
Is free. I like the exercise.
And these are pretty expensive flips before the final day. They're not going to make a ton of difference. It is an 8-win pig, just like myself. We're both trying so hard to pull it back. Please let me be the one that did it better. Luxury dense, that's fine. I'm gonna hit him multiple times. Obsidian subscraper at 17,000, huh? Well, fuck me, I guess. Let me just take a quick look at the values on his items. Oh, you're not allowed to see them unless you go into the fight. And when you hit replay, you can't see the values. Well, it was a really good run from Silk Pig, but as I've always said, even Pig's not favored in the late game because you have to fight other pigs. Yeah, there's just nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up in post commentary. My original live commentary can be summarized as, "Wow, his number bigger than mine," which, like, totally fair. His number is bigger than mine. Metascaling feels pretty bad to lose to. I say this as the metascaling pig myself as well. I don't like metascaling. I think it's not an interesting thing. I think the late game would be infinitely more fun if all metascaling were removed from the game, because it'd be a competition of card interactions and engines and not a competition of who number biggest. I don't like metascaling very much, and that mostly colored my live in-game wrap up here. But I do want to say, one of the reasons, like the main reason you don't want to go to day 15 plus, this dude's got an Obsidian Subscraper. Subscraper is by far the best property to scale in the game. It's also only available at gold, so you basically have to find it very early at day 5 for it to really work, and it doesn't have any inherent offense or shield, meaning that you have to get an offensive enchant. And even then, as fast as it is, as big as its numbers are, you can see the crazy stuff it's doing here. If he had poison or fiery, he just immediately dies to me here, because I will not die to the first tick and he will get killed right afterwards. So this is really just a symptom of like late game RNG fiesta, where Obsidian Enchant is frequently by far the most powerful thing in the game. Survivorship bias says that only the most cracked high rolls get to exist post day 14, and you really don't want to be on day 15. Am I upset that I lost to a metascaling pig who was bigger than me? And there's absolutely no counterplay at this point in the run. It was lost as soon as the cards flipped. There were no decisions on my end that mattered. I was never making a board faster than this with bigger numbers than this. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Not a fan of that. But mostly this is, he got the best enchant in the game for one of the more niche but incredibly powerful cards. And it's only niche because it's hard to get what you need for it to work, which is specifically offensive enchantments. Anyways, I'm still pretty happy with my build. This could easily have gone 10 wins if our opening wasn't so atrocious. We started with shiny Ring Kings, never saw a showcase, never saw a drum, didn't see 28-hour, I mean, we saw them eventually, right? After like day 8 when we were deep into Silk and had no weapons. We didn't find anything to go with our shiny Ring Kings, not even a Ganja. We were just using Lumbors for like 9 days. It was a rough opening, and Silk is absolutely a top tier strat, able to salvage that garbage opening into a day 15 loss with 8 wins nonetheless. Anyways, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.